with his new foster family, and she had felt like he had spent time with her just because he felt like he should. I tried to convince her that she was wrong, but the truth was, I had the feeling she was right. Angel was a strong empath and had a good read on people. Then we should plan out an agency-wide Yule party for the solstice. If we get stuck over there, we'll celebrate when we get back. I drained my mug and set it on the table. Rafe, do you go home for the solstice? He glanced up, shaking his head. No, my family doesn't welcome my presence. Then you'll spend it with us, Angel said, hastily adding, if you want to, of course. I don't know if you already have plans. He grinned at her. No plans, and yes, I'd love to spend the holidays with you. I let out a contented sigh. Angel and Rafe were getting along. Herne and I were doing well. Leaving the work issues out of it, life was actually pretty good. At that moment, Herne returned with a platter full of sizzling steaks. Angel reluctantly unwound herself and headed into the kitchen. As we gathered around the table, she returned with a basket filled with baked potatoes and a salad. Rafe held my chair for me, then guided Angel to her seat. Herne placed the platter in the center of the table, and I stared hungrily at the food. Dig in, Herne said, offering me a steak. He served Angel, then Rafe, and then took the last for himself. How's Danielle doing? I asked. Is she coming home for Yule? Danielle was Herne's daughter, whom he had only recently met. She was currently living with the Amazons on the island of Themyscira, learning the ways of her mother's people. No, I don't think so, though she wants to come back during the spring for a week, and we're working on arrangements now for that. She's made friends, and her studies are going well. Myrna hardly ever writes to her, but I make sure to stay in touch. We're getting along better. He ladled more barbecue sauce on his steak and spread it across his potato, adding grated cheese on top. Rafe glanced at him. How long have you known about her? Only about 2 months. We got off to a rocky start, but we're sorting it out. Her mother's absolutely no help, and now that Danielle is over in Themyscira, Myrna appears to have washed her hands of the girl. Herne's expression darkened. But better it happened now than before I came into the picture. I cut open my potato and added butter and cheese. The smell of the food hit me hard and my stomach rumbled. Ever since the Crucharoc, when both of my bloodlines fully emerged, I had developed a love affair with meat that eclipsed even my former passion for hamburgers and hot dogs. It was my autumn stalker nature. The hunter within had fully emerged, and she was hungry for beef on bone. On the other side, I had also noticed my singing voice had gotten better, thanks to my mother's Lan-in-Shi blood. We set to eating, but halfway into the meal, Herne's phone rang. He glanced at it and frowned. Excuse me, I should probably take this, he said, moving away from the table. I waved my fork at him, my mouth full. Angel laughed. Go on, we aren't going anywhere. As he moved off toward the living room, I swallowed my food. So, let's go get a tree tomorrow, I said to Angel. All right, but I want a fake one. A big, huge, beautiful fake tree. My allergies aren't too bad, but I don't think they'd be all that happy with a real tree in the house. And Mr. Rumblebutt would take every chance to climb it. I sighed. I hadn't ever bothered with a Yule tree since I had been on my own, 12 years now, but this year I wanted a big, beautiful spruce tree. All right, but if we do that, then the wreath on the outside of the door has to be real, and we decorate a couple of the trees in the yard, too. I'm good with that, she glanced up. We'll need to go shopping and pick up ornaments. Herne returned at that point, looking perplexed. That was odd, he said, returning to his seat. Anything wrong? I asked. He gave me a shrug. I'm not sure, but yes, actually. The call was from a friend I had.